Okay, our first budget resolution today has to do with city hall lighting upgrades tonight, but this is an annual loan payment. I actually fixed it in the 21-22 budget, but it was incorrectly budgeted for 2021.
So these are right numbers?
Yes.
I'll move it.
Second. I'll second. Our second item is to deal with the law department subscriptions. This year they had an unusual amount of activity in which they needed to utilize services from their subscription services across Utica. So we need to increase this by $4,000.
I'll move it. All right, second.
Aye.
I have a late entry for the last budget resolution per se. Has to do with our controller's office. The amount of our ban this year that we renewed was 17 million. That included the street lighting. So when we budgeted for ban and note services for 2021, we did not have enough money in there. I'm going to ask you to increase it by 13,000.
I'll move that one, Galimi.
Thank you.
Second.
And then the last item has to do with the change in our table of organization as it relates to crossing guards. Everyone should have received my email from the survey that we performed for rates. The police department is having a difficult time finding individuals that are willing to fill the 7 slots for crossing guards. Right now we have 5 of the slots filled. We actually have a few more positions within our org chart. I think we have like 9 or 10. And that's simply a function of if the police department deems at any point during the year that they need to add additional crossing guards, we always want to have those positions available.
I'll move it.
I'll second it. Galimi.
Jack, are you going to need to go into executive session?
No, unless anybody has any questions.
Go ahead.
We're all familiar with this. It's the Hensel matter. It's just a formal resolution for an open floor vote. Yes, judging by the silence, no one has any questions.
How about frustration?
I'll move it.
Is anyone moving this yet?
I'm waiting for you, Mike.
All right, I'll
If you
move it.
I'll second
All right.
it.
All right.
Our last item is an MOA as it relates to the fire department, a 2-year contract negotiation for 18-19, 19-20. Our negotiating team is here along with our fire chief. If there are any questions.
I'll move it if there's no questions.
I actually, we don't have it in email, and we just received this today. So.
No, it was sent to you on Friday.
Oh, all right. Let's.
Did you see?
It's the weekend. I don't look at my emails on weekends.
Well, I do, but I'm trying to see why.
Would have been sent with the same time with the crossing guards.
Let me tell you, I didn't have a chance. I was making lasagna all weekend.
Well, where is it?
Hold on.
It's gone, every bit of it.
That's what I was looking for earlier.
Well,
See Mike on it?
No, it's I know I read the crossing guard part, so because that's why I was
I read the part.
There it is.
crossing guards.
Pictures. Make it bigger. Make it bigger.
All right.
And up,
Fire hat.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
fire truck, hoses, and I would like it in a different format next time, yes. Color.
36.
Maybe it's those glasses, Mike.
Control. So I've got the crossing guard email open, and the only thing I have is subscriptions, engineering, and the resolution for the crossing guards.
Is that the-
I'm telling you, I didn't see
I'm
it
looking
either.
at it. I see your name right on it. Monday or Friday, March 26th at 1:36 p.m.
136. All right, hold on. There's another one here.
Yeah.
Aha! I've got the one from 3 o'clock with the proposed transfers. With the crossing guards.
Cause you got it, Melissa, right? 1:30? Yeah, your name's on here, Dave.
This is from
Mike,
you?
Do you want,
136.
do you want Andy or Butch to go over it? Or,
Well, yeah. I mean,
Right here.
yeah, right.
definitely go over it while I'm looking for it in the email. But okay.
It's really, it's too bad that you don't have it. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's what I would, it's, keep it simple. But I'll let Andy go over it, and it just to move forward at this point at the, it's 2 1/4, so.
Okay. Did this email come from you, Heather?
It did. I'm gonna forward it to you again.
I got it.
So Jack has it.
136. All right, I got it now. Heather Mowat. Okay. All right.
136. Yeah.
9:15.
No, it's at 136.
No, I've got it.
Yeah.
So, oh, okay, right, the DNA's at 9:15, okay, I got it. Never mind. It doesn't tell, actually, it doesn't tell me what time.
Mike, do you want me to go over it with you as quickly, or do you want to look at it and see?
Just give me 2 seconds. I would
Okay.
usually want more than a day anyhow.
It's really not over, it's really not that in-depth, Mike, to be quite
Okay.
frank with you.
Okay.
So they got 2 1/4%, 2 1/4%.
Yeah. Bargaining unit is, assistant chief is out of it.
What do you mean?
He's no longer part of the bargaining unit. It'll be the same composition as the police chief and the deputy chief.
So they'll be in a different
They'll
unit.
be in their own union, yes.
All right. And are there any highlighted changes? And what? And this goes until when? This is only until the 20. This is the 2-year till 20. End of 2020. Correct.
Yeah, right.
So we're
This
right
is
back into
resolved.
it, basically. This is just cleaning up the prior, which this is what I expected
Yes.
to see, but okay.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. All right, and I've got the union signature. Any other highlights, or was everything just kept the same with the raises?
We just added prior MOAs that had already been negotiated between the parties and just had never been into the contract.
Okay.
The other items, as the mayor pointed out, is the salary. This is really to settle an arbitration that was pending as well, and moving the assistant chief out of the bargaining unit, and then just some language clarifiers as well.
So what did we offer them initially? 2 1/4%?
Initially? No, initially, it was a very lucrative contract, which never even went to the board, never went to their body, unfortunately. And, you know, I would say at this point, maybe it worked out well for us, because it was a very rich contract.
All right, is someone gonna move this?
I'll move it up, knowing everybody's kind
All
of,
right, I'll second it then.
Hold on. All right, so Station 7, assignments, duty status. Now, this does change. Does this change anything specific to? I mean, this was already agreed to with the union. It's always how it shows up to E&A, but I'm just curious. Anything specific to callbacks? Quote overtime, straight time compensation, et cetera, moving forward? Because this does clean up the old pending 2 years, and it's back into negotiation again, of course, because this is just tying up the older. Incomplete years, but does this change things for starting today, moving forward, or is it basically the same exact contract at this point? Is there any changes in healthcare? Any other changes other than just the raises?
Didn't we account for 207s?
it's the MOA, whatever MOAs were.
No, the MOAs, what we did here was we included self-insurance just to say down the road as far as language options, as far as insurance. The other is we also provided, at the request of the chief, we now have extra time as far as before a firefighter can qualify for movement within the department, so they don't lose them, they don't train them and then move them on, they get trained out of the department, transferred out of their unit.
You mean time and position?
What's that?
Time and position?
Yeah, so we got.
You gotta be in that position so long.
Transfers the change to 36 months as opposed to. It just helps us out a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
So Mike, nothing really of that point. That will be part of our next negotiating pattern that we indoctrinate if we ever get to that point.
New location clause. All right, so. All right, the new location for, sorry, I'm going through this stuff with you, but I mean, that's why you're here, right? We've got duration of agreement, section, what is that, 8, then there's grievances, sick leave accruals, callback. Seems like they've moved, but has anything major changed other than the things you just discussed?
No, the majority of the items you see there have already been agreed to by a prior memorandum of agreement between the city and the fire department, so we're just codifying what was already,
Right.
it never made it into the contract.
Right, because it mentions, they're moving to a new location, et cetera. So, all right, okay. That's what I'm looking at the self-insurance right now, so. Okay, including self-insurance, meaning the city could potentially self-insure? Is that the idea there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. All right.
We'll take that as a yes.
Yes. Because this was a second on this, right?
Yeah, we had a first and a second.
All right. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thank you. Galimi, yay.
All right.
Good luck with the helicopter, Mike.
Yeah, thank you. It's landing on top of the 258 building in 20 minutes. That's the meeting I got to get to. I got to get upstairs. Yeah.
Thanks for 20.
Thanks for putting together the crossing guard stuff, by the way. And question on that, actually, if you guys can still hear me. There's 2 open positions right now, Heather, for the crossing guards?
There are 7 spots that Captain Basner, who manages the crossing guards, said are needed. 5 of them are filled, so there are actual 2 openings. But I believe that in the org chart, we have up to 10 spots that we could possibly fill, and that would be at the direction of the police department if they found that there was a need.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can talk to Basner about it. Perfect. Thank you.
How many hours they work a day for crossing guard?
Okay, I make a motion to.
Wait a minute, I got a question.
Well, actually, if there's no other new business, you guys can keep the meeting going, but I got to drop off. Is there any other new business, Mayor?
No.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Anyway.
Jack, normally not more than 4,
So
sometimes a little bit less than that, so just depending on the need.
how much more is it gonna cost us for the year?
It won't cost us anything more. We've always been under budget because we budget, I believe, 10 positions and we normally can fill 7, up to 7. But we leave those positions there so that if they need to add an extra crossing guard, they call on.
Versus taking our police officers
Yeah.
out. Well, that's the key. Someone calls in sick or someone doesn't show up, then we have to take one of our units and put them in. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, like I said.
Hey, Heather?
Yeah.